I got the tractor beam out of commissioner. This is going to be a real short trip. Okay, hit it!
Hey. Man, our intro is so dramatic, and then it pops onto us, and we're like, here we are, ready to go. Yeah. So
I got out of bed for this. It better be worth it. No
I
kidding.
know. It's probably not going to be. It never is. Cece is, just so everyone knows, Cece is getting over COVID. So she's on the tail end of it, or you have no idea?
I think I'm on the tail end.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you look fantastic.
The end is nigh. Thank you.
So thank you for coming on. Jason had to twist her arm a little bit to get on, but
Yeah.
we're grateful for that. And you guys are going to see too much of us this week, I think, because we're on tonight. We're on tomorrow night for the Book of Boba Fett, and then I think maybe Jason and Chris. I don't know if Steve's going to hop on for that, but you've got a collector spotlight on Wednesday. I can't be. I told you that.
Oh, that's right.
It's Wednesday night. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah,
and then we have group therapy on Friday. I don't know if CC can you do it?
Yeah.
You will be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Wednesday will be a fun one. That'll definitely be worth it. We got the watch party that may be pending on my health. Then yeah.
CC, you're gonna do the watch party, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it.
Someone's got to carry the ship. I think it's got to be Matt and I.
Seriously. Hopefully Jason can make it.
Friday we get group therapy, and then we get 2 additional announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not make them tonight, just because there was a bit, but
sure.
Maybe after group therapy on Friday evening, we'll name off the next 2. But yeah, they're really interesting. They're really good, and I think one of them specifically, a lot of people are going to want to sit down and join, especially after what we just few things that had sort of leaked out and hit the groups recently. So yeah, it'd be fun. All right. Aside from that, rock and roll and get these little buggers out.
Yeah, tonight, guys, we're unboxing. Well, I'm unboxing the Holochess set from Regal Robots. So it should be, I mean, a good bit of time in the making for this. We've been waiting. I've been waiting at least a little over a year, kind of now at this point. So well worth the wait, hopefully. And I mean, we've seen some pictures. Some people have already gotten these things and pulled them out, taken pictures and all that stuff. So I'm sure you guys have seen them around, but
yeah, I think we get Chris Lord in the group tonight. I think he was one of the first to
he actually had some nice images. Yeah, I've seen some good images. I've seen people take some great images of this thing. I don't know. I mean, I got to figure out where all these sons of bitches are going to go. Like, I have no idea where all these little things are
It's going to clash with your record player back there.
I know. I've basically decided life is full of compromises. And if I want to listen to music, it is what it is. Like, I have to work around it. So I'm trying to adjust everything for that. But Cece, you saw those Star Wars vinyls I got, right?
Yes. Those are awesome. Really cool.
Those are awesome. Like the Japanese version of them or something.
Now, would you put those on the wall or just?
I don't know. That's what Jason was saying. I'm not sure what to do with them yet. I mean, I listened to one of them the other day. It was fantastic.
Because those bracket things that we were talking about for the CGCs, those work for vinyls as well.
Yeah, they have them for that stuff.
And the packaging said that they work for vinyl.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying. The problem is I've been finding that, especially when I do work, I don't want to just listen to like freaking The Weeknd or some shit, like I want to listen to like a soundtrack or something. And so I didn't have anything like that. And I've randomly found these ones, which is fantastic. Works for both things. Right. But I don't want to put them somewhere I can't listen to them. Like I got to make sure I can pull them down or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to get into this box. Just Jason, CC, talk amongst each other. I don't know. Apparently these are kind of hard to get out. So I didn't do any prep work. Jason was like, maybe you should like prep it and get it ready. And I was like, I don't want to. So anyway, I'm gonna
You're
work at it.
selfish. No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that'd be all right.
We're used to it being this way, just fumbling with a bunch of cardboard.
Yeah, it is what it is. You're
Plus,
gonna
we get a nice look at his as in Matt in his skinny jeans. So
let's hope so. Let's hope everyone.
I candy tonight.
It's
huh?
a nice shot of that. Nice shot of my muffin tops.
Tush.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll mute for now. If it's, I don't know if it's gonna be loud. I don't know if I don't know what to expect here. So I'll let you guys know. If not, I'll unmute and we'll go from there. So cool.
Now, Jason, you're picking yours up.
I am, yes.
Okay.
I've picked all my pieces up directly from Regal Robot. This one, it's just been hard to. We've been having bad weather out here, a lot of snow. As you know, it's been like.
I keep hearing
10
that.
degrees
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna get like 5 to 6 inches tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah.
I've been cooped up in my house for a week, and
Are
so
you
I'm
really?
like, I'm gonna be cooped up for like
Wow.
Denver, just Denver. I think they're saying that the low estimate is 5 inches.
Ugh. So Steve's gonna eat a bunch too.
Yeah.
Right? He's like right close to you.
Oh, he's probably gonna get worse because he's closer to the mountains.
Smells of fires. But yeah, so with the weather and then just some other things I've been sort of dealing with health wise. I haven't had a chance to swing up there, but it's usually one of those things where whenever something's released, I'll usually have a chat with Tom. I'll swing up and then we'll do like an unboxing to give like a first reveal or first look.
Mhm.
But these dropped at like a weird time. They shipped like right after the holidays, like right when they came back from Christmas and New Year's break and got back to the studio. These things were like packing up and getting out the door. Tracking numbers were hitting, so it was just like an odd time, and I just haven't had the chance to swing up. But yeah, it's just one of those things where we didn't really like set it up and put it out there that way. But yeah, I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to get Matt's feedback. So far, so good. I mean, most people have nothing but the highest regard as usual.
Isn't it crazy how like everyone has to use this shit?
That big little
Yes, everybody has to use this dumb Star Wars like boring. Come on, man.
Well, it doesn't. I don't have one yet because I don't own enough expensive shit yet. But Steve has them like in almost like a portfolio.
Yeah,
with receipts and stuff. I think that's like pretty smart to
keep everything. It's just I'm not as like good at doing all that stuff as Steve is, but I do try to keep it all. Okay, here's the.
And pardon me if anybody. I'm just a little bit under the weather, so if you're having trouble hearing my voice, just bear with me. So.
No, we can hear you. It's just disgusting. Here, let me see. Here. So there's
number
the
17.
There's the plaque right there. Yeah, I was late to the party on this one. I mean, not only like 16 late, but it's not that late. But I was slightly later. I think Jason. I don't think I jumped on it right away, right?
No, I had to call you and tell you to buy it.
Yeah. It was a kind of a last minute, but
and
anyway.
So because you already took the paper out, is it because someone asked and I think Ken answered, it's 2 boxes within the large box?
It's it's 2 boxes. It's 2 boxes in a large box. Yeah.
And Chris said just be really careful with that bubble wrap. Because I imagine some of them are probably more fragile than others.
Yeah.
Well, I think, as he's unpacking this, like let's discuss this, right? Not in a bad way. I don't want to get into any negative discussions. It's I'm not trying to open up the floodgates, but the reason why they're packed in such a way, and seeing some of the comments and feedback that we've seen over the last few weeks about unpacking it, how well they're packed, how tightly they're packed. A lot had happened with the Rancors, and what people don't realize is that was one solid piece for the most part, right? Oh, fantastic! That's a beautiful picture. I gotta say, I love the way they do these cards. Okay.
Yeah.
They're like you could just take it, throw it on a frame, and hang it up, and they choose some really nice images. I think the selection of the images is really nice, and makes her a great display piece.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I have my I threw my Salacious one in just a little off the shelf frame, cheap one from Michaels, but it looks
I think
good.
I have the Rancor.
So,
I have the Rancor one displayed behind the Rancor. It's pretty cool.
yeah, that one looks great too. But having a solid piece versus like a set like this, or even Salacious when we did that unboxing, we intentionally did it in a way where you could see that he dismantles. So should anything happen in transit, you're able to replace that one part. I need an arm, I need a foot, I need it with a Rancor. You have to repair the entire thing or replace the whole thing.
Right.
And also, the die cut foam, the custom packaging was not really something that came into consideration initially. It wasn't necessarily thought like, do we need to do this? But yeah, it just became one of those things where we all know sort of what happened, and then some other things lingered after the fact. But it's a negative and a positive. It's sort of a negative because of some of the headaches and frustrations it caused, some of the delays. I actually had a current situation where, not even current, going back almost 6-7 months now, where I had dealt with the Rancor situation, and just the time scale in which it took to sort of rectify, resolve everything was a little overwhelming. But it is what it is. So the positive is, as what we get now is the fact that not only looking at how things are produced, right, but how things are packaged, not just how they're packaged, right, but how they're also produced. So Salacious being able to be dismantled in the way he is, you don't have to send this big piece back and do this back and forth and, have a repair, or you can just send that arm up. You get these pieces, you unpack it, something's wrong, you get that one figure repaired, replaced. So that looks like Mr. Big, right?
Yeah, this is Mr. Big. So
It's gotta be.
I'm gonna start getting into this. It's like that. It reminds me of my mom has a game for Christmas where she wraps up a bunch of shit in like bubble wrap and stuff and like passes around to the kids, and they have time. They have a certain amount of time. Like you have to do dice, and if you call the number that they pick, they have to pass it on, right? So it's like this game, and this is what it reminds me of. It's me impossible to open.
Now, did either of you guys get any of the 2-packs as well? I thought someone got the body slam too.
Jason did.
Okay.
I ordered a body slam. Yeah. Ironically though, I kind of did like a back and forth on the body slam and wasn't sure, was gonna pass on it, and ended up going through Sideshow initially. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out with like the shipping and everything.
Well, because SoloFet said that they couldn't get the big set, the 10 set, the signature edition, I guess, but they got all the 2-packs and the body slam, and I'm pretty sure that those are going to be numbered. But the one thing they said they were not going to be able to do is if someone like did what Jason got, which is like get the 77 set and a body slam, they were not going to match numbers because it wouldn't work out. Because God knows, like they sold. I think they did. I say I know and then I say I think because illness has melted my brain. I think they went back and forth. I think they did say that what number each of them were sold at, like how many editions they sold of each pack.
But it was so random because of the
they would
one
never
may have
really
been X
matched
amount,
up.
this was X amount. Yeah, it just would have been too difficult. And
Yeah.
plus, people got to keep in mind. This is it's whatever, but it's very the approach is like it's very artisanal. Like it's so hands on. And I know we regurgitate that over and over when it comes to Regal Robot, but like, visiting there, being there, seeing how these things are made, like it really is like even the magnets. I don't know if people know this, but even if you buy a $29.95 magnet, like there's somebody sitting there like brushing that, patina and weathering and that whole look of it on by hand. Like there's nothing that doesn't have.
I hate this kind of stuff.
Well,
it's great. It's great that it's great that it's very carefully packed. I love that. And so I'm not complaining about that. It's just I don't like opening stuff that's like super bubble wrapped, and like I just worry about cutting something or otherwise. Yeah, it's I already took one layer off. I'm going in for the final layer here for this guy, and
I opened something recently. It wasn't moving far. It was from California, but it was it was glass. It was hand blown glass, and they actually, when they taped up the tissue, they put clear tape over it. Which I have decent eyes, but not everyone does. So what I thought was cool was that they put like they numbered it with Sharpie and like put X's so you could see the tape and you knew what tape had to get pulled off first, like in order. It came
That's
with
cool.
like instructions on how to open it without
Yeah, that's cool.
leaving it. It was really nice.
Because that's what's concerning, right? Is you start to open this thing and you start pulling things and you're like,
What's it
don't
pulling
know.
Am I
on?
pulling
Yeah, I
at the
don't.
right thing?
Is
Am I
it
cutting
pulling
at the right
bubble
thing?
wrap or is it pulling on something important? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
No, I agree. But
Whew,
yeah,
he looks good
it's
though.
exciting, and I'm glad that these are hitting and people are enjoying them. It's a very unique set.
There he is with little mitts on.
Yeah, look at him. Like, come on, yeah, it's pretty solid, dude. I mean, that's.
Yeah. What are you thinking so far? First
What's his
impressions?
vest? What's his vest made out of? Is it?
It's mixed media, the vest. I just
Yeah.
don't remember if they said what it was made out of.
I don't remember the word. It's not even something super complicated. Someone in the chat might actually know. But that was one of the things I just had a recent discussion with when we were just sort of chatting about these going out and the process of how they were made. But yeah, even though it's mixed media, it's definitely built for longevity. I mean, these things are gonna stand the test of time. So that's a great part about it.
All right, I'll show you guys in just a second here. Gotta pull this. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go.
1 down, 9 to go.
All
Let's
right,
see if we
man,
can
let's
get. Let me see if we can get enough light on him. He's a little bit darker. Bump that light up a little bit. So basically, yeah, here you go. You're getting it a little better here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, look at that, dude. You see the hair there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The hair in the back.
The belts, the wrists.
Yeah, the belt.
Even the wrap around his ankles.
Yep. Let's see if I can get the light on it to focus here. But yeah, you can see how detailed it is.
Oh, I like even the studs on the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the little cross stitch on the back.
Yeah.
Like no stone left unturned with detail there. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. See. It's nice. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the eyes. Like, the
For a
eyes look really
second,
nice
they looked
too.
red. Are they red?
I think so. Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah, they're like brownish red.
Yeah, they got like a nice. Yeah, they got like a nice little bloodshot look to them. Reptilian. So what are you thinking, Matt? How you feeling, man? What do you think?
It's this one for sure is really nice. Yeah, this thing feels really nice as well. I don't know if it's actually like leather.
Oh yeah, smell it again, baby.
I can't tell if it's like actually leather or if it's something else, but it feels really good.
I know. Didn't he say that they managed to like find the same imprint of texture on the leather? It was like some like lizard skin almost texture, and they found out like I think Phil remembered what they used to like emboss that leather.
Yeah.
And they did the same here. I think that's what he said in the video about it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Hugh, we're not going to test the articulation. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah. 1 down. It's nice.
Is it heavy or light?
See, that's cool. I like how. I mean, you can see him back here a little bit. I like how they made it so that you don't have to worry about this thing falling over because his hand, is on the ground, which is really nice. No, it's not. It's not light and it's not heavy. It's not like it feels substantial. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you're getting something that's actually decent quality, which is great. And I'll say that I mean, you guys probably at this point know I'm not the biggest fan of the Gamorrean fighter. Like I think it's a good representation of what they made.
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of think the face looks a little busted, you know, a little beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get any of that feeling with any of this stuff.
No,
Like, I mean,
this
well,
is a lot. This is a much like
The
finer
intention's different. Yeah, this
attention
isn't like
detail.
concept.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot finer attention.
It's a lot better. And you see all the bumps, like see all the bumps in his legs,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know, it's got a lot of really nice detail, and it's got it on the arm, below the arm here,
Mm-hmm.
right there. Yeah, it's pretty. I love how it stands up too.
And it's great that although each one includes its own individual base, you can display them individually with other bases.
Yeah. And that's actually what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
going to display them with the bases. I kind of, yeah, I don't think so.
It's a look if you have all of them on base. Oh my god. I thought something fell, Matt. Jesus.
Oh no, it's in my light. We're good.
I thought your elbow went right into Mr. Big.
Oh no, he's good. He's on the shelves, all safe and sound. He's not going there, by the way. He's gonna go up by Chewy somewhere. I gotta figure that out. But all right, let me get to the next piece.
Okay. And someone asked if they're the same size as the X Plus. I want to say I thought the X Plus were scaled
Smaller.
up. Oh, are they smaller?
They're smaller. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you have those?
They're not
Jason?
far. They're not far off. Yeah, I did. They're not far off.
Okay.
At all. They're actually pretty close.
It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna get there. It's gonna happen.
No, this is interesting. I think this is good, Matt. Like showing it as you do it, so people can actually see.
Oh, see,
how
that
each
one was easier.
actually rides.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
but it was all balled up around it too. Which is
Yeah.
kinda cool.
No, this has a nice color palette and nice gradient tonality across it.
These things are crazy looking, by the way.
It was pretty radical, huh?
It's crazy. Like all these things are just so weird. This one, the legs are very a lot more fragile. Like you can feel when you move it around, you can feel it. Damn, look at this guy. What a weird looking bastard.
It almost looks like a wasp.
Yeah, real quick, guys, just for those watching, those who already have the sets, so those watching unboxing now. So Mr. Big, the vest part is neoprene, which is basically a synthetic version of latex.
Mhm.
The reason it's neoprene is to avoid deterioration, which if
Mm,
it was
yeah.
latex will deteriorate, but the neoprene is basically a synthetic version of that to avoid deterioration.
Yeah, that's really good.
And the belt itself is basically flexible resin, and the flaps are leather on Mr. Big. So if that
Look at that.
helps.
Look at that detail on that back. That's cool, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that
really
looks great,
cool.
huh?
Looks really cool. Really nice detail on these things. I really like it. Even the feet, if you can see the feet, see how much detail there is in each foot. You know what I mean? Like it's just yeah, it's really, really nice.
I like that they're
That's
not
fantastic.
flat. Like they finished them completely around.
Yeah.
Just in the off chance that you
Yeah.
pick it up and you could see that they're not flat spotted to make it sit better. Even though it sits well, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks really nice. You have to be pretty careful though because of the yeah, it's just
Yeah.
sits nice though.
There's also some concern too about the fragility of these things, and you know, I mean, anything you handle can potentially break,
Yeah.
or mishandling. But they're pretty. I think there's some substance there where they can be handled in a way where
Listen,
you don't have to treat them like glass. You know.
no, you don't. Listen, I'm the wrong person to talk to because the second we have like a massive earthquake, all this shit's just gonna just break and fall into the ocean or whatever. So it doesn't matter. Like there's no way I'm gonna save any of this shit. So just gotta, YOLO and just hope it doesn't happen.
Depressing thought right there.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we survive it. That's more important.
Yeah, I don't want them to find you like underneath that AT-AT.
It's possible. It is possible. I've before when I had detox, I thought several times about what it would be like to have like death by detolf.
Well,
Because-
those have been known to like spontaneously shatter anyway.
They do, but like, can you imagine like 4 detolfs just
Yeah.
falling on you and killing you? And dying, especially for me, how ironic would be to die with hot toys all over me. It'd be freaking shame.
Death by Hot Toys, does it sound cool?
Not for me. Oh, nice little. You start seeing this guy's eyeball.
Is that
So is this one of the extra ones, Jay?
I believe so. Yes.
There's some that come with just the set. With just the full
I'm
set.
drawing such a blank because this.
I think
Is
this
it
is
this one, and then the centipede looking one.
Yeah, I think this is one of them. And I think you can tell because this one's a little more unfinished. Like it doesn't feel as finished as this last one, as Mr. Big. I think yeah, it doesn't have as much detail in it.
If only there was this thing called a computer in front of me for me to look it up.
I know, right?
Stand by.
Hey Matt, do you have like a small pair of like scissors or something that's not too like rather than kind of like pulling or yanking?
I do, but it's not been a problem so far.
Okay.
I'm not having any issues opening what I've been opening so far. Mr. Big was the hardest one. That's the only
So you feel comfortable, like
Oh yeah, no, I'm not pulling. I'm not ripping anything. I'm not worried about it.
He wants to look cool with this little fancy knife.
Yeah, totally. Because I care about knives so much. I have a collection of knives, and I have an AR-15, and definitely my style. Pretty cool. Nice little bugger, right?
Oh, thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. Yes,
Pretty
this
sick.
was one of the lost figures.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was saying.
Tom said, yeah, if any questions come up for anybody in the chat or room for us, Tom will jump in and help us answer those.
Oh, and they got the little where is it? If you can see it, LFL on the bottom. Yeah, Lucasfilm Limited. This is cool. This one is obviously it's smaller. It's lighter. It's a lot lighter than the other two, and it's not as detailed, but it still looks freaking cool. And I like the I don't know if you can see the different shades of green. Like they actually have like different shades of green in this thing, and it's really nice. It's nicely painted.
Oh, I can even see the detail around the eye and that sort of inset. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Yeah. By the way, all these things are packed really, really well. I really like. I don't think you can see it, but I like the inserts that he made, and they've got actually like what's it called, Jason? When they cut out the.
It's like a die cut, like.
Yeah. Whatever the.
Shape. Is it when you actually finish pulling them out, Matt? You think it's possible? I know the box is like a larger size. You think you can kind of get like a little peek at how the spaces are. Yeah.
We can figure it out. Yeah. The only hard part about the beginning is finding where they started on the tape.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the harder part. Once you get that, you can figure it out pretty easily.
Yeah, just
Logan,
the
there's
Christmas
10.
morning, like.
10 total.
Yeah, there's 10 total. Yeah.
I looked up the official names of these, and I thought it'd be cool if I said them, but I just remembered Tom did such a fantastic job the first time. You could just look that up.
They're kind of hard to.
Yeah.
They're kind of hard to pronounce all the names.
I like this guy, the one that you're opening. He grew on me at first. It was like one of those like, all right, he's just in the batch. But the more I look at him, I really, I don't know. He's just got like a Star Wars feel to him.
He's weird looking too. I love it.
He's got like a little bit of a. I mean, it's not Dianoga, but he's just got that feel,
Color slug. I want to say. This looks like it kind of reminds me of Solo.
Reminds me of Dune.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, what I think is even more interesting. So you have to keep in mind these are done in holographic form for the film. and they still manage to put that much detail into each piece, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at
knowing
that.
knowing that people weren't going to be able to see this detail, they still, that's what's fantastic. Yeah.
You can see. I think you can. Yeah, you can see into his mouth too. Like he's got, even in his mouth, it's like all detailed inside of his mouth. It's really cool. Yeah. What a creepy looking son of a bitch, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's great though. I
Oh,
love
yeah, it's
how
beautiful.
they're standalone. It's fantastic that you don't
Well,
like some of
you,
the stuff where you don't
you
have
know
to
what I'm
do
noticing the more I see it. First of all, the detail is fantastic. It's not only that, I'm noticing that they all have like undertones, like they've got an overall like color to them, but you can see the undertones through some of the detail, and you know what I'm talking about, like through like this one has like a red undertone. I mean, you can see it
Mhm.
through through
Yeah.
the cracks and stuff. It's really cool. It makes it just kind of a lot more interesting to look at and detailed. I like it. They all stand really well too. Like I'm not worried about them falling over at all, which is great. I honestly I don't know if I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna display them with the little bases. I think I like them without them, just on the shelf, but we'll see.
Well, I think it gives you, with your intent of display, I think it gives you more freedom, correct?
Yeah, I think it allows me to kind of, because what I'm gonna do, I was originally gonna have him around Chewy, have them around Chewy, and just kind of leave it at that. But then once I took up some space up here, I was like, well, now I got to figure something else out. So I think I'm gonna put some around Chewy, and I'm gonna display some of the other ones around some of the other Regal robot stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of like like put them around, because what's cool is they're small enough that they can fit around like Salacious and CZ3 and in the Rancor.
Do you plan on getting the training helmet? Luke's training remote helmet?
You mean from RS?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that might work to put them around that too, because it was almost the same scene.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Yeah, the training remote, possibly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. With my space, I don't have all the luxury in the world of going, oh, let me find a spot and I'll just make this my own. I do have a shelf that's like Empire
Like a
Strikes Back.
dedication spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't really dedicate spots, really. I don't have enough room.
Well, at least these, I think what was really impressive about, I think it was the tested video, was that it did mention that these have been seen in every trilogy at least.
Well, yeah, I mean they have them in the Clone Wars. They've got them in.
Mhm.
I think they have them in Rebels. I think.
Even the Clone Wars, yeah. And that was a fun little fact. I did not realize that, and I did not know that. Yeah.
Okay, do we know which other Lost one it is? Which is the other Lost figure? Do you know, Jay?
I want to say it's he's the orange fella, right? Just a little bit smaller.
He looks almost like a he's got like two big antennae that go straight up, but he's orange. And he's on 2 feet.
Yeah.
This guy's
Look at that,
crazy looking. This is crazy looking, dude.
Now I know this, like, we're not seeing it in the best light, but you can still tell the different tones and balances there in color. Wow.
Yeah, those colors are cool.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice to see it.
Even just like the surface,
Yeah, it's nice to see with some shadows,
like an alien or foreign species would have.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little shadow on it too, so you get the idea of what is going on with the different detail. It helps a lot. But yeah, this thing's killer. I mean, you got the spikes on the back. The mouth, the mouth and the inside of the mouth looks good. Like that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, the green and the blue look really nice. And they all fade really well. Like it's not like it just stops. You know, in some of these it stops on the line or whatever, but like the head one is blended really well. It's killer.
So Rob just hopped on, but unfortunately Tom's also on, so it's not like Rob can spill any secrets, unfortunately.
Yeah, well.
Darn.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. Another thing too, reading some of the comments about size, right? I think a lot of people had this impression that these are going to be rather small or on the small side,
No, yeah, no.
and pictures can be deceiving that way.
Well, they barely fit on that
Oh, I didn't know
table.
if I was freezing up.
No, you're good. You're good. You can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is
Jump out
weird
and
to
jump back in, okay.
Okay, yeah, you're good. I don't know if you could hear me. It is weird that like you look at the set in pictures and you look at the set, you know, even the pictures that people put up, and you're like, oh, that's cool. That's a nice little set. And then you put them in your hand, and you're like, oh shit, like this is,
Yeah.
you know, this is substantial. Like a lot more than I thought.
And I know when they announced these early on, I think that was one of the things I said was that you're getting 10 statues that could easily stand alone.
Mm-hmm.
So be prepared for that when you're, because I think I would be hard pressed on like, which one's going to go up front? Which ones are going to inevitably end up in the back? Like, where are they? Kind of like you, where it's like, where are you going to display them? Where you can show them all off? Because all of them look fantastic.
They all look great. Yeah, and I still don't. I have no idea. I don't know where I'm. You know what? I feel like Mr. Big obviously is the best one. That's not even a question. Like, even in all the pictures, it's the best one. He looks the coolest. So, and they just did such a good job with all the like. It's got a little like leather vest on. Like I don't know. It's not leather, but you know what I mean. Like it looks looks like
And the
it's got
hair.
a tiny leather vest on, and the hair looks good, and like. I don't know. That one's for sure the centerpiece, and that, you know, so that'll probably go by Chewy with maybe a couple of the other smaller ones or something. But there's a couple in this one that I'm excited to get to. The purple guy I really like. I really love the purple one.
Oh, he looks cool.
He looks awesome. So I'm excited to get to that one. I was surprised at how much I like that centipede guy. That thing looks killer. But I'm just happy at the level of detail I'm seeing. It's really pretty.
The purple one has a lot of like aquas and almost peaches to them.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
As far as the photos go.
This
And you haven't
one-
opened Mr. Big yet. I'm sorry, not Mr. Big.
Yeah, the stone guy, the rock.
Yeah,
the rock
what's
dude.
his name?
Can't remember.
It's embarrassing.
No, it's not.
Didn't someone call him Chunk?
I'm not embarrassed. I don't know. Oh, look at this guy. My gosh,
Whoa.
what a freaking weird looking dude. Like I've seen all these before, but my gosh, I keep forgetting how weird they look. Let me turn up the light. I'm gonna look like crazy on this, but yeah, look at that. I mean, that is
Looks almost
weird.
plant-like.
Yeah.
Hunk. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah,
It's Hunk and Mr. Big.
Look at that. That is crazy looking. Oh, that's Jason's trying to get back in. Oh, weird.
Oh, this is drawing.
Yeah, this one's a crazy looking one. Look at that, dude.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Man, that is
Oh, look at the feet. They're like backwards. How cool is that?
crazy looking. Oh yeah. Yeah, backwards feet. It's like some Dr. Seuss shit. That's crazy. But yeah, like again, just really nice. You can see the level of detail in the body. Really pretty.
So as the names are being named, like Hunk, Kingston Stratter, it's interesting how they had them.
How they what?
So like with the names, everyone has like their official name, but it's always like, you know, the generic name, like, you know, Hunk or Mr. Big or Green
Yeah.
Guy or, you know, Yellow Blob. It's just interesting how they do that.
Fire spray. Or slave one. Sorry, I'm so
fire
bitter
spray.
about that.
Yeah, slave
Right,
one,
this
fire
one-
spray.
I think this is the Hunk one. He feels a little bit more substantial, a little bigger.
When he's got that Mjolnir looking hammer, he's got an actual weapon with him.
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't. Yeah, see, a weapon.
Yeah, Tom says whenever they talk to Phil, there's usually green guy, yellow guy. But then again, I'm sure he had a lot to work with in his mind, you know.
That's cool.
This guy, I think this guy's interesting. I like him. Now he has his weapon too, right, Matt?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his weapon. I got to pull it out still. But look at the detail on that guy. That's awesome.
How's the skin?
It's like touching a
Makes me
coral.
exfoliate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Looks like he just ate a dill
It's so
pickle.
cute.
He's like, ugh. Oh. Let me put the thing in his hand. Yeah, this is cool.
Asgard, so
A little hammer.
That looks so great.
That's cool, right?
oh, nice. Yeah, that is.
That's cool. Little hammer. And that just goes. I don't know if there's a certain like way it goes in, or but there you go.
I like that it's removable.
Oh, right there. Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, fantastic.
That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. And yeah, so he'll sit with his hand on the ground like this, which is killer. It's cool, right?
Yeah, but he feels more substantial than the other ones just by.
What a beautiful set so far, huh?
Well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Mhm.
it's very, very beautiful. Yeah. I'll put him over here just because I don't have room.
Run out of space.
Yeah, he's gonna have to sit next to Skeletor over here on my desk. All right. Let's see. And then that's a big box. Oh.
Nice little low-key unboxing, huh? What are your thoughts so far, CC?
I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I think there's 77 really lucky people out there. And especially with the 2-packs. I think it was great that they did that too and that they were timed. So that it wasn't
Yeah. There's a.
full, that they were going to sell out really quickly and you had time to think about it. And
This is some straight up alien shit right here, dude.
so this is the other one.
The other lost one,
Lost one, yep.
That's the other bonus.
shrimp?
thing. Yep.
the shrimp one.
Possibly. And if I could be wrong, but Tom or Rob, if you want to answer. So I think these, if I remember correctly, were removed not because they were disliked or improved, just based on whether or not they fit or made the board look a little too congested when they were shooting or filming. Was that the backstory on that?
Oh, that
How
these
cool is
wouldn't fit?
Yeah, because they pulled them
think
out
so. I could
at the
be
last
wrong,
minute,
but
didn't they? Didn't they pull them out?
Yeah, and usually like when things got pulled, it was a matter of like, you know, we don't like this particular, you know, design or this style or, you know, this
Yeah.
link can be changed this way, that way. But I think it just maybe was a little too congested. Again, I could be wrong. So yeah, George said too crowded and removed too. Spacehead had just asked about the Mr. Big, if it would require any leather protector to prevent cracking. So Spacehead, as mentioned a little while ago, if you're just joining, so it's made of neoprene. This way, it prevents it pretty much is going to refrain from deteriorating. So I don't believe you're going to need to use any type of protectant or anything that you want to like apply to anything topical.
Yeah, I'll put that up.
That's really cool.
I know that was quickly typed, huh? It's like
Lightning fingers.
It's like Jerry Costanza. How long you been waiting to use that one?
This is really cool. So this is, you can see the chess set type of
oh yeah, that's right. Let me
like silhouette.
my screen.
yeah, in the thing, but this is where this goes. It's either like that or like this. I think it's like this.
I like that nice little Easter egg, that
That's
nice
nice.
little added touch.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's nice to have Dennis Mir. I mean, John Berg just as much, but it's nice to have Dennis Mir on signature, huh?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
Phil Tippett will sign basically anything, but like that's cool. I'm
Well,
happy to have another Phil Tippett. signature.
I think he just he's done so much. I think it's more.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Tom's made a lot of his stuff, and so it's really cool. But to have all those three signatures together, it's awesome.
Especially in one place. Because I remember when we
It
talked
looks
early
really
on,
nice.
when we talked early on, for some reason in my mind's eye, I thought the idea of 3 separate signed plaques would be a little bit more aesthetically appealing. But now that they're on the one plaque together, I think it just looks so much better, especially for display purposes.
I love it. It's a really big plaque too. I mean, compared to like the Chewy
But that's
plaque,
nice.
oh, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
It stands out. Like for anybody putting the set together and congregating them together, I think it's a nice.
Yeah, I really like it. And so far, like I said, all these, every one of these things have been packed very, very, very well. And they're coming out really nice. So thank you, Regal Robot team, for doing that. They've gotten enough shit for not doing that I think it's great that they've stepped up their packaging, even though I thought the other way they pack stuff was fine too. I tell you what, their boxes are like the beefiest boxes I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Every single time I get them, I'm like,
they don't.
holy shit.
Yeah.
They're crazy. All right, this one's
I'm
struggling with
using my
this one.
Holochess box as a seat.
Are you?
No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna
But
say,
they
wow.
really are. They're like one of those. You know when you see like rated like 100 pounds, it's like one of those.
Mhm. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything here.
I can imagine. Yeah. Saying that they take hours to pack. For sure. That's going to be a task in and of itself, right? This guy. Okay, this guy. I've been interested to see the. I'm just going to move it.
This one I have to turn lights.
Oh,
So
is
he
this the
also
one?
has
Yeah.
he also has, I think, an accessory, correct, Matt?
He does. I don't know.
oh.
I gotta find it though. It wasn't packed with him, so I gotta see if it's in his little hole.
Now, as you're almost through these, right? So as you're handling
Yeah.
him, again, referencing back to when we first started the show, there was some concern about like the fragility of these things. So how are you feeling now that you have it in hand and you're holding it? Do you have any concerns that this thing is fragile, or any concerns that
No, not at all. So there's a couple of them that are more fragile than the other ones.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't expect them to all be exactly the same. Some of these guys have like really thin arms and all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely something you need to be like super careful with. But I mean, they're really well made. Like they're really, the sculpt, the details really nice. I mean, it's like really good. The paint is fantastic. I mean, obviously I haven't seen these things in person. Jason, I know you might have caught a glimpse of them somewhere. I don't know if you actually saw them, but
Yeah, I got a chance to peek at them early on.
I mean, they're fantastic.
Yeah, I was pretty taken aback by especially with him too, because you look inside. I guess what we can just, for layman's terms, call his nose, or whatever part of the body we call that part
Yeah.
that come down his head, those like loopy loops. But you see like the colors inside the rings, and inside sort of the crevices and the details, and like you said, the different tones, how they layered. It's not just a color and then a wash, right? They really went with layering it so you can sort of see as you're moving it in the light.
Well, yeah, and like you can see, like I said before, the undertones, right? The orange, and then it's just it every one of them have the same type of feeling where they all have this like little bit of color undertone to them. So it gives you that it's not just one flat color. It gives you like some dimension to it, and it's just really nice.
So it gives it that life, that heartbeat.
Yeah, it's pretty killer. Tom was saying that that it's ethafoam wrapped in a small hole near the location. So, I see. Got it.
I'm saying LOL because he's trying to figure out what the. He's an interesting looking character, that one.
And like you said, Jay, this is nice for them because let's say this breaks.
Yeah,
right.
It's super simple to just.
They can send you this. They can send you this, and
Yep.
they don't have to freaking go. Okay, we gotta send back the whole thing, and which is, and obviously hopefully for everyone it doesn't. But I'm just saying, it is nice that they.
It alleviates a lot of concern, and
it's nice to have that option
for everybody involved. And I think sometimes that's when you take a negative and turn it into a positive. Great example.
This is cool. I mean, even this thing.
What's cool about this is it shares a similar characteristic to the actual character holding it, as far as design goes.
I mean, you can see all the different, even in a small thing like this, all the detail and all the paintwork.
I wonder what the favorite one was to produce. I don't want to assume it was big, but I think big would be the most fun.
Is there can I ask Tom or Rob, is there a specific way this thing is supposed to be? Like, is this the right up and down? Is this up the right, is this supposed to be on top?
Online on the website, it's the opposite. It's that way.
It's this way? Okay.
In his hand, yeah.
And I say this with the utmost respect, right? But as always, whenever we're discussing Regal Robot, price is always a factor, right? That's the sort of rumblings in the community. But Matt, you made a good point when you're holding up like the staff, right? The staff is something that's almost arbitrary, right? It's just such a passive thing, or something that you don't really put a second thought into. But when you go and you look at it and you see like how much time, effort, and energy and details put into something just like that, I mean that's what you are getting, and that's what you're paying for.
Yeah. So there he is, all weaponized.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can even see now. I mean, these aren't in super bright lighting, and I can see the different tones on the staff itself.
Yeah,
you can see the color. You can see the color changes. Yeah,
I love the anatomy, like near his hips. That's so strange.
Oh, this
almost looks like spins, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, all these things look very like alien. Like it's just, it's so weird. I love it.
And for anybody watching tonight, well, actually, when we post the video, Matt, we can throw a link on the bottom. But we got into the backstory, so we're just doing the unboxing, checking these out, getting a feel for them, but and giving everybody a little bit of a look. But we did a whole backstory. Tom actually joined us and sort of gave out a firsthand sort of synopsis of the details behind each character and the story behind the chess set. So yeah, we'll drop a link for people to go back if you haven't seen it. It's been a little time, but it's a great video. It's full of great information, and it's really interesting. It really is. It's a lot of fun, And then Regal Robot, if you go to the Regal Robot YouTube page or any of the social media, they actually did a video with John, Phil, and Dennis as well, talking about the chess set from their experience and from their time making it, which is also just a great way to sink your teeth into the history of these pieces and learn so much more about them. It's a lot of fun. I mean, this set had a lot behind it, and just a lot of love that went into it, and it's just it's just so beautiful. Yeah, Russell, I agree. Just even the details on the staff that says it right there.
All right, let me get this last one. I think I saved the best. Well, not the best, but the one that I really like, the purple
The
one.
one you like, yeah.
He's a big bastard because he's got his all splayed out.
I gotta say, it was fun getting into the history of these, Matt, right? And sort of learning all the details and backstory, because, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that they have as much detail as they do, but when they were on screen, they were a hologram. They were very sort of not blink and you miss it scene, but not something that you really. It wasn't like the camera was straight focused on it for you to pay attention to all the detail, all the innate details. So the fact that so much is put into it, and that's just one passive scene in Star Wars. So being able to learn the backstory and learn all these additional details as to how they came about is really a lot of fun. And then now you actually get to have them in hand, hold them, display them, enjoy them, which is just even better. And this guy is pretty radical. And he's a decent size, so he's a pretty big boy, considering.
Jeez. Yeah, 1 second.
That was a light again, right?
Yeah, it was my light thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. It's freaking awesome.
He's funky, huh?
Dude, he's so freaking cool. And he's got like shades of he's got like blue and purple and pink and like there's pink on his joints, and it's like, it's so freaking weird. I freaking love this one. This is one of my favorites. I mean, look at that, dude. He's just a weird ass, isn't he? Look at him. This one's a little bit, this one's a little more fragile too, but no, congrats to Regal Robot. No breakages. It all came packed super well, really nice. Looked freaking great. Looks awesome. They all look incredible together. To try to take some pictures.
Yeah, and both Tom and Rob mentioned how much blood, sweat, and tears went into this, literally and figuratively. But yeah, this was definitely a passion project, and it really shows, guys. I mean, and everything you do, it shows, and you know that, and we always have nothing but kind of words to speak, but it's just every time something interesting and unique like this comes out, it's fantastic to see the amount of love and passion and dedication it does go into every little last detail, right? Because with all due respect to X Plus, those were cool pieces. Obviously, we never got the finish line, but when you have somebody who obsesses, maybe to a point where it's like, to a fault, but it's a good thing, right? When you have somebody who has that love and that passion and shares just as much as that interest, you're gonna get the best of the best. You're gonna get so much out of it because they're willing to put so much into it.
Ken says he's very blessed to have won this raffle.
A lot of raffle winners tonight, right?
Yeah.
A lot of raffle winners.
Dang, that looks so cool.
At least to those who concern themselves with things like divorce, when a bunch of big boxes show up at their doorstep, you open this up, and maybe they're expecting like a bust or a giant statue, and you're like, babe, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
I don't.
Honestly,
you could definitely pull the wool over the
spread
eyes.
out.
Yeah. These little guys.
Yeah.
No, it's not a big deal. Yep.
Honestly, the best thing for me is that, when you order these things, it's like over a year ago. And so it's like, oh yeah, it's like, I think this is the thing I ordered like over a year ago. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
It's somehow the time somehow absolves
It does.
It absolves you from the purchase almost, right?
It
It
does. It's
like
funny.
distances you from the purchase.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. But yeah, man, these are really, really fantastic. Congrats, Regal
Something
Robot.
special.
Congrats. It's very, very special. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They are.
And great edition number. The fact that they're edition of 77, nice commemorative number. It just there's so much nuance that adds, each element that adds to the set in of itself.
Yeah, they're really pretty, man. I'm sure they would look absolutely amazing all together on the shelf. I'm sure they would look fantastic. But
Yeah, you're right, Chris. He's like, you're never absolved. No, you're not.
let me open the stands real quick just so people can see the stands they come with.
Yeah, let's give us a peek.
It's like really heavy. This was heavier than one of the heavier boxes.
That descriptor's like here in Colorado, someone got in trouble because they tweeted a picture of a boulder in the middle of a road. And it was like, sorry, folks, the road's closed. There's a large boulder the size of a large boulder in the road. This box is heavy. This is a heavy box. It's about as heavy as a heavy box. Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they give you an idea of what stands go with what, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. Put this down. Geez, some of these stands are huge. I don't even know. Jeez. If I should take these apart. I don't think I'm going to use them, but
Some of them have a pretty large footprint.
yeah.
Yeah, like the purple guy, and some of them once they're sort of.
I don't like the look of having too many like black stands everywhere on my shelves. Personally, it's not my thing. I'll take one out so we can see it, and then I don't know if we need to take all of them out. But they're packed. These are packed really well too. So yeah, this is what it is. So it's basically it's nice. It's wood. It's
I love
got
how those are beautifully coated. Yeah.
Oh, and they're color coded. That's awesome.
Yeah, color coded. Got the little felt stuff on the bottom, and yeah. So like if it's an orange one. So let me bring this up here. So yeah, let's get Ken off of here. So yeah, so you can see like it's an orange one, right? This has the orange on it. So you'd go, okay, cool. Then the staff dude, right? The staff dude's the guy that fits on top of it.
Ooh, they do look nice though, man, on those stands. Wow.
They do.
That's
I just don't know if I want them all on stands. I don't know.
I know, but that looks really nice. And it even has enough sheen to give it that reflection, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
If you're not displaying them all on one shelf, I think you could make the stands work and look really nice. If they're going to be spread out a little bit more.
Yeah, if they're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how they work. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you might be right. I'm not gonna say that that's not a good idea. Is that it could look nice if I'm putting them in different places like that, but it could also look like there's just like black stands everywhere.
No, I don't think so. It all depends on how you. I mean, if you have them like all placed sort of where the circular stands are, touching each other, maybe you might.
Well, Jason, when you, I might put them out on the black stands, and then when you come, because you're coming fairly soon.
Yeah, I'll critique it and tell you.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
Adam makes a good point. You know, these would look great on the board, and yeah,
It's a large
they
one.
do look great on the board. And Regal Robot actually sells a board. You can get the tabletop by itself, and it emulates the chess set, the chessboard. So yeah, perfect thing to place them on for display purposes.
Yeah, so this one's a 7-inch one that I think.
It just got elegant. It got elegant. It got fancy.
What, this thing?
Sorry for my voice, guys.
No, Russell was like, "Ooh, well, it just got elegant."
Yeah, it's like it
With
just
the
got
added stands.
because it does. It gives that museum approach. I like that. I personally enjoy that museum aesthetic because you're taking, and Matt, we say this, right? You're taking these archive style pieces that are now in your collection, and it just gives that approach. When people come in, they know it's not some off-brand piece of some tchotchke or some it's purchase. They know, like, wow, what is this? Like, explain this to me. Teach me.
I'm down for anything that keeps people's hands off my shit. So, but I don't really. I tend to not have people come to my house, which is great. That's nice. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. That's an interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. I like them either way. I do love the stand. The stands are great.
Yeah, Sean says it really
Very
enhances the piece. It does. It does. I mean, so depending on what route you go, right? Because I think you get typically 3 options. So you get the bases, the stands. Again, you can use the chessboard, which is the tabletop, that you can actually get directly from Regal Robot if you got the set, or even some of the individual pieces. And then, yeah, I mean, if you want to place them out and about without, but it just does add another level of luxury to it.
Yeah, this is a pink one. This is a
Irish
6.5
Jedi's
inch.
asking about. He's saying, Matt, does that guy have painted eyes? I wonder, was it the one you just recently had in your hand?
The stone guy?
Yeah, I think he has it. Painted as in like white or?
Yeah, they're like dark. They're actually like sculpted. So I don't know if there is paint in there, but they look dark because it's like sculpted. It's nice. It's actually really nice.
See, now look how much that brings it up a whole nother level. Him being on that base, look at that. What do you think, Cece?
I think it looks great. I do really like the stands, but I could totally understand if you're just gonna put them in one spot, how it might look a little, if you're not going to spread, if you don't have the ability to spread them out a little bit more. I can understand them being a little cumbersome, but I don't think Matt's going to have that issue if he plans on putting them near Chewy, because you have a bunch of different surfaces too that you're working with.
I think it could definitely, I do think it could work for sure. They're definitely nice. Yeah, I think it could work either way. To be honest, I think, like you said, Jay, I do think they do class up some of them. You know what? I've seen some of them where
and the footprint of the base is in line with the size of each character.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen some of them where they're all together on bases, and I think that's the one I don't like. Oh, look, we're no clothing. This is nice.
We're getting hit.
It's fantastic.
I don't have Tom's fast fingers. Sorry, guys.
I love calling these out. Look, we got lips. We got lips going on. Crazy face.
All right, let's.
Let me.
There's a bit of a wash color in there, just popping the detail, but it's subtle. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense now because he was asking was it Irish Jedi asking? I believe so. So yeah, Irish Jedi. The reason being, asking if it correlates to the body slam. So yeah, they're going to be painted exactly the same. Like the character is going to, So if you have the 10-piece set, then you have the body slam in addition to, they're going to match up Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty killer.
Well, 'cause I think when we saw production photos, it was like you had all of them all lined up. So I don't think it's like because that doesn't make much sense to have like a set and paint each of them individually. They were all lumped together, so they're all done together, and that's when they were put into sets of the 10, right?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find a bigger base here to show you what Mr. Big and some of these ones will look like. Because I think this is a bigger base right here. All right. That's still not the biggest one. Hold on.
Chris, I know you have yours set in. How did you choose this plane, if you don't mind me asking? I remember seeing some pics that you posted up in the group. Did you go with the bases? Did you go with the tabletop? Excuse me.
Let me see here. Hold on, guys. Let me try to get this open. Yeah, these bases, these big ones are freaking huge.
Well, I wish we were sponsored by Webcam Girls.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah, I think this is the bigger. Yeah, here we go. This is the blue. The blue base. So let's see.
On the tabletop. No, okay.
So this is the one.
Chris, that'll be fantastic. The tabletop, the chess set, and then Chewy. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be hard to. Yeah, that looks good, man. That looks good.
Right.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, I don't know.
You know, I like, again, I'll just repeat what I said earlier about the sheen, how it gives that little bit of reflection, you know, but it's also not so much so that it's a fingerprint magnet, like, you know, like a piano gloss finish where it just
Right.
collects dust and fingerprints.
Right.
The Rancor base is like that. Like, it has that nice class look, but it doesn't pick up every time you move it or touch it. Or
You don't have to feel like you have to wear gloves when you move
Yeah.
the thing or touch. Yeah, which is really nice.
It's great that they were even included if you think about it. Because I think the tabletop would probably be the obvious choice to display these,
Of
but
course,
that's not
yeah.
practical for everyone. So
Yeah.
the bases are a really nice alternative that they didn't. I don't think they had to include. But it will be interesting as more people get their sets to see if they include the bases or if they're going to do the tabletop or if they're going to have them on a shelf. Or I actually kind of like that George Lucas has, I know at least Mr. Big just sitting on his desk. I think of all the things that were made, to know that it's Mr. Big that's sitting on his desk is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. These are
and
absolutely
the
beautiful.
body sign, right?
And
Yeah. Yes. I'm
These-
sorry. Yeah.
These are absolutely beautiful. I think I'll probably try them with the bases just to see how I feel about it for a little while. And like you guys said, I think it does look nice. It does class them up a little bit, but it's cool that they can work either way. I like that they made it an option, right?
No, it also
Not
does,
everyone
man.
does that.
You're right, and that is the you know, the variable options is great, but I think especially when you were just sort of sampling to give us an idea of what they look like, they help make the color pop.
Yeah.
Because think about
Yeah.
it, you just have like a wood
Sure.
surface and you have all these variations in colors and tones.
Mhm.
The black allows it to really be a focal
Yeah,
point.
you're not wrong. That's
Yeah.
that's true.
Like I noticed when you put the purple guy on, it just really sort of came to life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're right. Some of these would kind of blend into the wood tones a little bit more. So it does kind of pop them out. And like you said, it I guess it depends on if you want that museum look everywhere. You know, these might do really well on the bases because they're going to be next to all the Regal Robot stuff versus, you know, if they were around maybe some of the statues, I don't know. I'll have to think about it and figure that out.
Yeah, we'll get some nice. You always take beautiful images, so we'll get some images. We'll get them up on the group. We'll get them up on the IG. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
I gotta
finer detailed images of the colors and.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna take shots of these. Yeah, there's just when you get something like this, there's so many there's so many of these damn things. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do this, but
It's a lot to look at.
it's a lot.
Almost like
Now you,
those
have to say all,
girls.
now you have to say all the names. You have to say all. You go through the.
There's no way. There's no way. I could probably come up with a good list of like rando names that I call them, but
You're gonna be just real authentic with it and be like purple guy,
yeah,
yellow guy, green guy, Phil style.
That guy.
Stone Man. Yeah, it's
Well, it was nice to have a nice low key unboxing.
yeah, no,
I know there wasn't a lot of pizzazz tonight. Cece's under the weather. I'm under the weather, but yeah, we just want to give a little first first-hand look and just check them all together. And we were all kind of excited to get some
and
feedback.
And congratulations and thank you to Tom and Rob and the team at Regal Robot. These look fantastic. The detail's amazing. The color and the paintwork is top notch. The bases came out really nice. The packaging was really good. I mean, top marks, 100%. Like it's a very nice set. It's a beautiful, beautiful set.
Matt, box too big to
as
like
it should
show like the inserts, or that'll be a little tough.
It's tough, dude. I swear, like Tom's gonna, with the amount of things that I have to recycle now, I'm gonna heat the earth up another like degree or something. Like it's unbelievable, dude. Yeah, it's there's so much packaging, which is great, but there's so much packaging in this thing. It's nuts. So I think I will. What's nice is I think this box isn't massively huge. So I think what's nice is I can keep this box because it's like kind of perfectly built for these things. And so I'm happy about that because some of the other boxes like the Rancor box, the I think even Salacious, they're so big and so like just cumbersome that you can't keep them because I don't have any space for them. It's just way too big. And so this is nice because I think I can keep this one, which is great.
Yeah. And
they have specific spots for everyone, which is really nice. It's killer, dude. It's absolutely killer. I love it.
Yeah.
So
it's fantastic. It definitely exciting. Definitely worth taking the time because this is kind of like last minute. We weren't sure if they're going to come Friday, if they're going to come Monday, what was going to happen. But nice to take a look, and we're seeing pictures make the rounds, and they're getting out there. So yeah, yet again, another home run, right?
And it's nice to end a Monday on a high note because tomorrow is a little up in the air as to Book of Boba Fett. Fingers crossed we get a decent episode.
Well, we'll see about that. That was it. Was it the second episode or the third episode? Really set him back. It really set him back real far.
Third was the Vespa crew. Yeah.
That's a tough
hill.
This is
episode 5.
I know.
5 of 7.
There's only 3 more.
We're almost there.
Unbelievable. But yeah.
Irish Jedi. I'll send you a quick message to answer your question. Russell, remember everyone says whiskey. I'm not a drinker, man, so I wouldn't know, but I tried a little bit of honey.
Yeah, that whiskey. I would probably.
I can't drink within like 5 hours of going to work. So
I'd probably get COVID if I took a shot of whiskey. That probably would be a bad idea. But yeah, guys, thank you everyone for hanging out. I mean, we didn't want to do this like crazy long, We just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what these things look like. Highly anticipated by me and Jason and you know some other people in the group I know. We're super pumped for this, and so it's great that they're finally here. They're amazing, and I'm just super pumped. So
Matt, you got to be the only guy who wants things to take longer from like the release date to when you get them.
I know.
It's like everybody's like, "Where's my stuff?" You would have been fine if they came out another 6 months later.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't bother me.
you know.
It doesn't bother me.
But I gotta say, you know, I know we get so used to waiting for things, but the quality that we receive and the time frame in which they turn these pieces out, I don't think we've had anything go beyond a year's wait time from pre-order to
and to be fair, I mean,
piece.
think about this. Like think about what this is.
Mm.
I mean, okay, these are a lot more expensive than Hot Toys. I'll give you that. But Hot Toys take what, 2 years to come out? Some of these things.
3 now, 2.5, 3 now.
like you're waiting forever. So everyone's fairly
2 years. Yeah.
Everyone's fairly used to waiting. I just want them to take whatever time they need to make it the best they can make it. Like, don't rush anything. Don't get it out to me before it's done. Get it out to me when it's done and when you're happy with it. Because I know Tom and Rob and all these guys, like they have very high standards. They have a very high bar. So hit that bar and beyond, and I'll be happy. Like if you're happy, then I know I'll be happy, right? Just take your time.
If only that happened across the board though, right? But it's just great to know that you can get something of such exceptional quality, but get it in such a timely manner. Because everything else we're just so used to waiting so long for. I mean, these, I think Tommy even mentioned in the chat, I was gonna say these went up for pre-order roughly May the, what was it, like May the 4th, give or take? Or on May the 4th?
Yeah.
Or right around that weekend, if I'm off. But yeah, I mean, we're not even a year's in, we're what, 10 months? So I mean, that's phenomenal. So yeah, Salacious is
when it comes
not too far off. He's next.
When it comes to telling my wife we are over a year away. It
was 3 years.
It's taking like 2 years to get this thing.
I go to that in 2017.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is a long time coming.
No, I agree. Rob, thanks for joining. Tom, thanks for joining to help out with any questions and things like that. We just, we like to be thorough and diligent, especially with the small details like the neoprene versus the latex. So people, who have questions like, hey, do I need to treat it with something, leather or vinyl cleaner? So guys, that you don't necessarily have to do anything other than just some basic dusting and just don't let them hang out in the sun, and you'll be good to go. Other than that, yeah, another fantastic piece set.
Fantastic. And I'm seeing some Book of Boba Fett stuff, guys. We'll be on tomorrow. So we'll be watching. We can discuss all things Book of Boba Fett tomorrow. I'm looking forward to, we're riding the train all the way to whether it comes in for a slow stop or it goes off the tracks and it explodes and burns up, like whatever it is, we're going to be there for it. So
and everybody in the chat, that's I see a lot of people saying that they're excited and waiting for theirs. Tom can probably give a more precise number, but I think they're going out in batches. I think maybe like a sort of half and half. First batch is slowly sort of trickling out. As I said, I think they started when they came back from holiday break and not a break but the holidays, and then so they should be landing. You just got yours today, so they should be landing at all in the couple days and next weeks.
I bet they're super pumped for people to get these and for them to get them out of their warehouse, because I know that they're building Salacious. They've got all kinds of all kinds of things.
Buggers hanging out staring at them while they're working. Yeah,
dude, and to have all these, like the amount of pieces here, to have all these things out, to have to like work with all these things. Oh my gosh, dude, it's a lot.
Yeah, time to
lot
make
of space.
The donuts. Only East Coasters will get that reference, but yeah.
Yeah, Russell says congrats to all the fortunate enough to be able to add these beautiful pieces to their collection. Appreciate that, Russell. Yeah, and congrats to anyone that was able to pick this up. Tom's saying sets up to number 40 should be out by end of this week. The next 20 going out about 3 to 4 weeks after, and then the next 20 after that. Great. That's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. That's sort of a smile right
that's
there.
really good. And it's exciting, for if you're one of the last batches or you're the next batch, what's cool is you've seen pictures, you've seen us open them. Get excited. Get excited. You're gonna you're gonna get a really nice set. So be excited about that. That's really, really cool. I think that's going to be it for us, guys. We have a busy week, so we've got Book of Boba Fett tomorrow night / Wednesday morning, and then
Wednesday
Wednesday.
afternoon, we have an announcement for Collector Spotlight. We'll post that in the group for anybody interested in watching a Collector Spotlight. It's going to be a fun one, a nice diverse mix of stuff, and it's one of those ones where if you're an avid Star Wars collector, like across the board, if you're not just into statues or just into hot toys, this is definitely one to watch. So yeah, join us for that. That'll be fun, and then we will see you Friday for group therapy, just to talk shop. And
Group
then we'll go
therapy
from
on
there.
Friday. Yep, group therapy on Friday. Yeah. So, all right, guys, thank you. Appreciate all you.
Thanks,
and CC and Jason, thank you for jumping on. I know you're not feeling great, so appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Peace out,
It was
guys.
fun. Thank you.
Have a good night.